then asks for more. Hail the banker of Brimvale town, he buys your silence, writes it down. Hail the banker, saintly face, he sells you chains you then embrace. First your taxes, then your creed, he drafts your prayer as charter deed. And every sin the rich ignore, he funds with gold you can't afford. He closed the wells, he sold the rain, called hunger virtue, learned through pain. He taxed the hope from empty bowls, then patted heads and counted souls. The priest blessed laws he'd never read, the scholar weighed which truth to preach. Each voice that cried unjust, unclean, was fined for spoiling the machine. Those who fought stood out of line, alone beneath the gallows sign. Hail the banker of Brimvale town, he buys your worth and strips you down. Hail the banker of velvet smile, he jails your soul with practice guile. First your coin, then what's your road, he tolls the path your children rode. And all who cheer his tidy plan forget the weight of being man. They're harsh, they said, but times are hard. They kiss the boot that crushed their yard. Each sharpened law wore silk and light, the parchment pure, the judgment blight. A child cried stop, they chained his plea, stamped vagrant hard for all to see. The brave were hanged at noon for noise, they hummed along like dutiful toys. Rude and rot, slow unseen, sleep and call corruption clean. Mercy starves, the markets feed on softer throats and smaller needs. He banned compassion, taxed remorse, called cruelty balanced prudent course. He weighed the difference by their scars, then sold their labor to guilds and czars. A few kept sight, their lanterns raw, they begged the square to gut the law. But Brimvale sipped its quiet tea and said, it keeps us safe, you see. When evil thrives, it wears your skin. You breathe it deep and call it kin. Hail the banker of Brimvale town, he buys your joy, then burns it down. Hail the banker, lord of greed, he plants despair and calls it seed. You clap for crimes you once abhorred, he pays in comfort, not reward. The righteous in the wicked breed, and pity drowns in common need. And pity drowns in common need. The lesser wrong, the council swore, the greater laughed and asked for more. A scaffold here, a curfew there, soon fetters felt like proper wear. He drew a line, they praised the pen, he crossed it twice, then crossed again. And every step the kind withdrew was paved in thanks with something new. He bought the watch, he leased the night, sold dawn back at a higher rate. He fined the sick for coughing loud, and crowned the cruel, the careful crowd. He called the different price of peace, and made their pleading passports cease. The few who rose were met by cheers for guards who deafened better ears. The devil seldom storms a gate, we hire him in and call it fate. Hail the banker of Brimvale town, he bought your peace, then sold your crown. Hail the banker, patience lie, he'll raise his cup the day you die. For every wrong the crowd forgave, he built another nameless grave. And every voice that would have screamed now hums his anthem in their dream. Hail the banker, hear the toll, you leased your heart, you sold your soul. Hail the banker. with just one thing. So ends Brimvale.